Well guys, check it out. We bought a Blackstone. We ended up getting this from a place called Scheels. And it's a real cool outdoor store. Let's see how much we actually have to put together. Looks like here are the control knobs and the hardware. I just looked through the instructions and it looks like there's a piece that goes right in here, and that's why there's no lock for the legs. So let's get it on the floor and get the rest of the stuff unpacked. All right guys, first thing that we're gonna do is they've got these wheels with the bolts already attached to them. And we're gonna screw those on the back. All right, so if you kept them locked, then you can actually tighten them up just with the wheels themselves. And when you unlock them, now your wheel will spin and they won't come unscrewed. Now here's the next set of wheels, and they have these thumb screw type deals on them. And that's what we're gonna be using to attach them up here. All right, so you take that thumb screw out. You're actually gonna stick this inside like that. And then there's a place for that. There's a hole where you just put the thumb screw right back in and you're good to go. And then you just do the same thing on the other side. Now, we're gonna attach the shelf. We've got two thumb screws in here that we're gonna use to do that. But first, this shelf just sits on here right like that. Now these two thumb screws, you've got a large one and a medium one. The large one is going to go on this thicker side right here. And then the medium one is going to be used to attach your tank holder. And that is this piece right here. Looks just like that. So remember, we've got this on upside down, so we're going to put this hook and hook it to the bottom part of it. All right guys, so the next step is to add on our tank hanger. This is to hang up the propane tank on the side. And you're going to need this M6 by 70. The bolt, and then the nut that's right underneath it. It just says flange nut. So we're gonna use that to install it. And you're gonna need a crescent wrench and a Phillips screwdriver for this part. Now that you've got your piece here, the holes are gonna face like this, or the bolt is gonna go through. And we're gonna put it right here. And then on the other side, we're going to hang our paper towel holder. It's going to go right in here. Right on here. And this one's going to take your M6 by 12s. Just one of them will do it. You're also going to need two of your washers here. Now how we're going to do this is we're going to put a washer down and then our paper towel holder another washer, and then our bolt. Might want to use a stubby screwdriver on this one. We have the igniter. You just got to put a battery in it, that's all you got to do. And make sure the positive side faces out. And then when you press the button, it should click. Now we can go ahead and get our knobs, and we'll install those. You want the orange facing up, and they just push right on there. Next up is the black handle, and that is going to go on the tank side. You're going to take your smaller M6 screws, Alright, so next up we're going to put on 2 brackets. This littler one actually has an L on it. There's a right and a left. You want the L. Now for this back bracket, you're going to want this notch pointed outward. So it looks just like this going on there. Now we can put our shelves on. So we're going to start with this one. It's got the magnetic strip on it. It's going to go on the right side. All right, and just like that, guys, it goes. It clips in there, and then you can tighten up either screw. And then it takes the M8 screws for the bottom of it. Now we're going to do the same thing with this other side here. Now the way that these are designed, you can actually pull up on the shelf and then it can fold down for storage. Next up, we've got our drip pan. And that just goes right on the back like that, and it just hangs there. Okay guys, now if you'll notice, on the top here, we've got 2 holes, and then the same thing on the other side. This is what our griddle is actually going to sit into. There's pins that go and sit into these holes. We do not need to screw it down or anything. It actually stays on there with gravity. So let's go ahead and install that now. Keep in mind, this the griddle top, it's pretty heavy. So ideally, you would definitely want another person here to help you. Turns out it's not going to go all the way down, so you don't have to watch your fingers quite as closely. We're going to put the lid on. So take your machine screws, and this lid is going to go on the outside. And then put that one through. All right, now once you have them through on either hole, we're just gonna put it up, put a washer and a nut on there. I'm going to go ahead and start the nut on either bolt before I tighten any of them down. And then just take your crescent wrench and hold the nut while you spin the screw. And while we have this lid up, we're going to go ahead and put our handle on. It's going to go just like this with the machine screws coming in from the bottom here. Then once you get them both started, go ahead and snug her up. And there you have it, guys. Your brand new Blackstone, all finished and put together. Only thing to do now is to put some propane to it and do the initial burn off. Until next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.